What's up, visionaries? Welcome to another episode of Vision of Love and Relationships. I'm Tanya, and this is my wonderful husband. And we hope everyone is well and well. Yeah, staying dry. It's been pretty hot here in North Carolina. So, yeah.
I know some people suffer from more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you think we're being a little, what you got, ungrateful? Okay. Yeah. All right. But anyway, guys, again, we hope you're doing well. Today's topic is a great one. Today's topic is the romance stage in relationships. So, my husband Lamont and I, if you don't know us, what our mission is to empower couples to transform unhealthy relationships by us bringing awareness and cultivating essential skills, ensuring that negative patterns are not transferred to future marriages and future generations. Okay, so with that said, again, we want to talk about the first stage in relationships, which is the romance stage. And we're going to roll out several different videos because there's 5 stages, essential stages of relationships, and we're going to also discuss why it's important to, make it from stage 1 to stage 5 before actually tying it, not get married, okay?
Before getting too serious, before making a lot of the wrong decisions.
Right.
After that first stage.
Right. So without further ado, let's tackle stage 1, baby. The romance stage. Okay, so in the romance stage, this is the time where you might have just met
the person.
Yeah. So yes, you're very excited and very affectionate. In this stage, you have butterflies when you see this person. The thought of like you thinking about him all day, him and her all day.
You want to be with them, you want to spend all the time.
Yeah, you can't not be feeling about this person. Okay? Also, when we're dating and when we're new into a relationship, we get certain hormones, there's certain things released, and this is real stuff. Dopamine.
Yeah. It's almost like a high.
Yeah, it's a high.
It is a high. They say the little hormone when you excited when you meet somebody is the same high you get when you doing good.
Right, which is dopamine. It's also referred to the feel good in a relationship.
It's creating that sense of pleasure and renewal whenever you're around this person.
Right.
Or whenever you see this person.
Right. I think it's crazy that it's called dopamine.
Yeah.
Like dope.
Yeah.
So it's like getting that high.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel, to actually get out of dope, but from what I've seen, they're pretty high. So it's like the same hormone that it hits, when you meet a person for the first time, or you're with this person and you're still in that romance stage, you just showing love.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's also another hormone called oxytocin.
Yeah, releases the oxytocin in your body.
Yeah, and the oxytocin, that's the bonding hormone.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
and we can get a lot of stuff misconstrued on this first stages of love or first stage of romance. When you first meet somebody, you're all excited. We can get a lot of stuff started in this first stage. We're not careful with our emotions and feelings.
Right. So what we don't want to do is respond with, moving too fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if we move too fast, it's already like a rush when we meeting that person. You know what I'm saying? We're excited. We seem to like it. We seem to like what we see so far. We ready to get, go take it to the next step, whatever that next step might be. But when we move too fast in that first stage, man, it's so many people messing up in this stage.
Yeah. And I know like a lot of women, a lot of us, if we really fall for this person, we might feel like, I might need to give him some, to try to keep him around. But that's not a right move, at this time in a relationship. It's still so so much more to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay, and so it's I believe that this is one of the reasons why relationships aren't even making it to the last stage of marriage these days.
Not even make it to the last stage of marriage. We out here in this first stage of the relationship. We out here having kids, and then we find out in the next stage that I don't even like this person.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And which is another reason why you don't want to give up your body.
Yeah.
In this stage.
Yeah, because in the end,
come about it. And like my baby said, you might not really like this person. You was love blinded. You had too many cocktails, too many love cocktails, as we call them.
The drug hit you. You got so excited you forgot. You looked past everything else. And we start, especially when we start putting that sex and that intimacy in place. Messes up everything.
Yeah. It messes up everything. The physical attraction is another thing that happens in the romance stage. Okay, so you physically attracted, you holding hands, you kissing, you cuddly, it's like an intimate phase.
Yeah.
Okay, you get romantic gestures, it's a lot of affection.
Yeah, a lot of affection going on, man. Yeah, and a lot of times we do have sex before, like I said, we throw that sex in there before we get to go. Then it's like we attach now. Yeah. Now we miss all the blind spots. Yeah. We start focusing on just this little romance stage that we think we in and stuff.
Right. I know for us, I think we moved quick. We went from 0 to 100. But
we had boundaries.
Yeah, we had boundaries, and when we first got together, we were kind of having fun.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of like a fun thing. We weren't planning on.
Yeah. I mean, we were still, I mean, not when we first got together.
Yeah, because we both had.
Yeah.
Somebody, but they was locked up. Yeah. Both of them was locked up. But and we was gonna get back to them. Yeah. But it's just, we made it to the next couple stages.
And then we said
we did things backwards.
Yeah.
But see, everybody not us. And there is some people that is us. Like, some people do really make it, but our mission is to encourage you to be aware, like we said, so that, you can actually make it to marriage and, a good marriage in future generations. I mean, and a good future for, generations.
Yeah. Without getting caught up in that first stage, and we end up making, like I said, so many mistakes, like having sex. And it's not so much that having sex, a lot of people don't do that, but it's really what comes on to having sex, not having responsible sex. Knowing this is the first stage. After about a year or two, you probably ain't gonna like the person. And then after you have the kid, after you end up having sex, when you have a kid, if you end up, God forbid, having kids by the person, then you really ain't gonna like them.
Yeah. So it all depends on all that, and like my baby was saying, sex is definitely not, it's not a bad thing. I just think, for me, I think it's like a certain time, like a certain stage, as we'll be discussing too,
like
have sex in. I mean, because it is an attachment. You like giving yourself
without knowing. Half of we probably didn't. Most of this nowadays, especially young people, they don't ask no questions.
No.
It's really another person's mama.
And I've been seeing a lot of domestic situations when it comes to the young people as well. And it's probably because they didn't go through the stages.
Yeah. And once you put sex involved, you're emotionally involved. And a lot of these young people, they already so emotionally corrupted by social media and all this stuff, that they don't know how to control their emotions. And they end up putting that sex out there. And then a lot of jealousy becomes in the play with all this.
Yeah, and that'd be their first piece of booty.
Yeah, or not even
for the girls too, but it's kind of like, okay. They don't know nothing else, but they want you. It's an attachment. They formed an attachment. So yeah, young people, wait, wait.
Yeah, get to know the person, and and when we say get to know the person, you got to really ask questions. I think, like I said, we started our first book. I think our next book, we're probably gonna come up with we're gonna have 101 questions to ask before sex.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I mean, 100. You may think 101 questions. That's not a lot of questions. That take you probably about a week to ask them questions.
Yeah.
But we move so quick, so we want to hopefully we get you guys to slow it down and really get to ask more questions and get to, not like I said, you can't really get to know people, but questions can get to feel of people more. We don't ask enough questions when we get in a relationship. I think we lead with affection versus conversation. We lead with seem like we lead with affection. We can't wait to be affected with a person because we feel like that's gonna keep them or that's gonna pull them closer to us.
Yeah. And that's truly not the case.
Yeah.
And that's why we bring the awareness, and that's why we're talking about this, because we want you to ask questions.
Yeah.
We want you to spend quality time.
Yeah.
Spend quality time with your the person you're dating or the person you're in a relationship with, so that you can ask questions. Get to know them, because it ain't that like moving forward and you really don't know this person.
Yeah, and you're not paying attention because you're stuck on the high.
Right.
And we're not really paying attention to it. Like I said, to the red signs, to this, like, I don't even like this person.
Right. All we see is the good.
All we see is we see the affection. Yeah. And maybe we don't want to be alone. We want to be with somebody. Mm-hmm. So we clinging on that. We met somebody. We got a little high going on. Mm-hmm. We want to be out of it. We want to dive into this relationship, and that's not the case. Because in the end, when it's all said and done, you want to make it real long term. Affection is not going to be the driving thing. It's going to be a whole lot of other things than romance.
Yeah.
That's going to keep that relationship strong, keep that relationship growing. Yeah. Romance is going to be probably one of the last things on this thing.
Yeah, on the list. Yeah.
Yeah, to build a lasting, long-term, happy marriage, romance is the last thing on the list.
Yeah.
But not the last. It's the last thing, like, as far as importance on the list.
Yeah, and that's why it's said to wait until you get married to have sex.
Yeah.
I mean, the good book says it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of the times we just don't listen or take heed to the way life, relationships, things should really go.
Yeah, the process in which we go.
Follow the process. Yeah. Everything has a process.
Yeah, and a lot of times, anytime we skip that process, that's when we run into trouble. I can see every time I do like to speed drive fast, but it seems like every time I drive fast, especially during the city, I drive fast, and the stoplights always catch you. You can be speeding by this car, you think you're doing the best, and somebody always come around and say, no, it stops. Yeah. Does that mean I'm going too fast? Yeah. And if we go too fast in a relationship, too fast through these stages, which the first stage is the infatuation stage, and we think that we're in love, then we're gonna hit a roadblock, and that roadblock might be kids.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That roadblock might be a whole bunch of heartache and trouble and drama. Now we spending 3-4 years in so-called off and on relationships and creating up the chaos, and we, God forbid, we do have kids or we have other kids, and then now we putting them through all kinds of drama and toxic relationships.
Mm-hmm. I know earlier last week somebody had asked me if I believe in love at first sight, and I told them no. I don't. I believe that's the romance stage. Yeah. I believe that you're in love with what you see at the moment.
Yeah, and them shows.
That's not love.
Yeah, them shows do kill me. Yeah, you can't. You're not gonna know that person.
Right. You know what you see now. Everybody put on, well, most people put on a facade.
Yeah, you put on your best,
really
you put on, especially
yeah.
on them little TV shows, you putting on your best. You not knowing that this man, he might blow snot on his nose and wipe his hand with or something like that. You do that?
And he done did it while y'all was at dinner.
Yeah. And then pass you your drink. Really?
I did not know you did that. See, you were blinded by you were blinded by the love.
Yeah.
You had too much of that cocktail. You know, it feels good, but it do wear out.
Yeah,
okay?
And once it wear off, you're gonna be stuck with reality.
Yeah.
And hopefully, and reality might be, like I said, if you do make it to that next stage, it's gonna be a battle. Yeah. So
let's do more things like going on dates, exploring new activities, and enjoying each other's company so you can know, like more of getting to know the actual person and paying attention. We need to do more of that.
Being friends like you, just like we was, how you did in high school.
Yeah.
Just keep that friendship growing. I think one of the things that kept our, it still to this day keep our relationship going. We still like young love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Camille said.
Yeah. Run around like teenagers sometimes.
Feels like the first time we met.
Yeah, and we, like I said, when our first 5-6 years, we did nothing but, like I said, have fun, ran together. You know what I'm saying? Spent a lot of quality time together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to know each other real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I say, like, you gotta still keep the friendship going, man. Because when it's all said and done, like I said, it's sex and all that stuff is gonna go out the door, and then it's gonna be like that too. We both hold our weight. It's gonna be a partner. In the end, it's gonna be a partnership. Yeah. You in that relationship, it's gonna be, can I partner up with this person? Is she gonna pull her weight? Is she gonna pull his weight? Can I partner up with this person? Can we walk some more years? Because time is too short to be wasting it with going down a direction that ain't leading nowhere.
Right. And
that's why it's important to recognize that in the first stage.
Yeah.
And not get so caught up in that little romance.
Absolutely. And that's why it's important to communicate.
Yeah.
And be vulnerable.
Yeah. Letting the person know.
Be vulnerable. Okay. Communication is always key. It's always key in building trust.
Yeah. It's
always key in sharing, emotions and everything, just getting to know each other. Yeah. I can't say that enough. Get to know the person, pay attention, be aware in the romance stage. It's okay to have fun, and it's okay. These feelings are normal.
Yeah,
that you feel, it's natural.
But don't get caught up in your feelings, and like I said, you end up having kids in that first little stage. Because after about 3, I would think you probably need to wait. It'd be nice to at least wait 2-3 years before you have kids. Because after about that 3rd year, if you've been constantly with that person, you're gonna really see if y'all like each other. Because they're gonna be dependable or not.
Yeah, and that way, without having children, you're not forcing yourself
to be tied down.
But not only being tied down with the person, but they
still have to deal with the person that you like. I don't even like you no more. You find out like they out here, they not the person. They don't like you. They cheating. They still want to run the streets after 2-3 years. And you like, damn, I got kids with this person.
So I can't. But he's gonna always be in my life. He's gonna always be in my child's life. And he or she might not even be the role model type that you want your child to see. But you have no choice because now they're dead. Or, you have a choice, but that right there is going to mess up the kids, future. By you keeping them away from their dad or their mom, that's messing with the kids. So,
you got to make it past 3 years, man. 3 years, the way to have kids, get to know each other, get to know each other at least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
You have kids?
Yeah. You gotta get through this first
So
stage.
that means if you're gonna have sex, which I know you probably will, then you need to be being safe.
Yeah.
Don't believe the man. Don't trust the man.
Yeah.
Women, you need to be the ones being responsible.
Yeah.
Most men are irresponsible. I mean, most men, they have 6 or 7, 8, 9 kids.
Yeah.
They talking about they take care of all of them.
Right.
I know that's right.
Just like you did 10.
I know that's
but
right.
you know that child support now.
Yeah, they take care of all
After
of
10,
them.
you ain't gotta do that.
Yeah.
Is that still true?
I don't know.
I don't know.
If somebody got 10 kids, let us know,
Yeah, let us
if
know.
you got to pay child support.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Okay.
I hope they do. That ain't the government fault that they had all those kids.
Right.
To make a play.
Right.
They can be homeless.
I believe so.
Yeah, honest wages.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, guys. Again,
Mm-hmm.
we won't keep you long. We just wanted to really discuss the romance stage, which is 1 of 5.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to make it
Make it
to the 5, okay? But in the romance stage, try to hold off from sex for at least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, cause that's
or having a child.
Yeah.
Or, bringing something that forces you to stay together. Or even getting married.
Yeah. Cause that's
Don't get married so quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You stuck.
Yeah.
You might not like him.
Yeah.
Or her. I mean,
Yeah. It'd be nice, but like I said, some people, like I said, if y'all connect, y'all just get it off. Mm-hmm. That's the case when y'all do y'all thing, but majority of people
I think it's a good idea to actually, like, if you're single looking today, make sure that you take some time to write down what you want in your man or woman. The things that you want, what you like in a man or woman, so that when you are in your romance stage, you can be checking out the list, or, seeing if they really got those qualities that you really want. And what better way to do it before you get into a relationship? Because you blinded once you get in a relationship.
And not only what you looking for, but what you expect.
Yeah, what you looking for, what you expect.
And like you said, the best way to do it is communicate and be wrong, but open with the person you're looking at to get these things out the way early.
Yeah.
So you won't be sitting at the next stage and we're in that battle if we even make it there.
Yeah.
And love does not last always.
Right.
I mean, it lasts always, but after the love and infatuation goes,
it's what now? Yeah. It's what now? But and what now is what we'll be talking about next.
Yeah. So
again, this has been another episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. Be aware.
Slow down.
Yeah, slow down. Pay attention to the red flags in this romance stage as well. We know you're in love. We know you're feeling it.
Yeah.
But still be aware. Okay?
Wish you all the best.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching and dating a vision. And so together.
Stay good.
Life and stay love.